What's going on, you guys? Hope you all are doing well. As you can see by the title of this video, I am talking to the guys who are tired of being skinny fat. In this video, I'm going to make a full breakdown from A to Z to change your life forever. So let's get right into it. Now, why might I be qualified? As you can see from the pictures from the left to the right, it's a big difference. Now, in the left picture, I might not be super skinny. I had a little bit of size to me, but guess what? The difference between the picture on the left and the picture on the right is 15 pounds in less than 3 months, okay? Now, why is this important? This is important because even though I had a little bit of size on me and I thought I was bulking, right? Because I was gaining some weight, listen, all that weight there was a little bit of muscle in there, but there was a whole lot of fat that I did not want. As you can see how chubby my face looked compared to the second picture, it just wasn't ideal. And for those guys who have a lot of belly fat and back fat, this video is definitely for you. This video is for anyone who is skinny fat or chubby, has man boobs, excessive belly and back fat, and is weak, is insecure about where you are in your fitness journey, has never been in peak physical shape, who lacks confidence and self-esteem in themselves because of their body, who doesn't want to be an average Joe anymore. As you guys can see on the picture to the right, I had man tits. Again, full disclaimer, I am a lifetime natural. I just grew up with gyno, right? Now, again, this cannot be taken care of fully with just fitness. Unfortunately, you have to go to the doctors. You have to get these removed. But being fit makes a huge difference. And I'll tell you this, when I did have more than 50% body fat on my body, it's almost like all the fat went directly to my chest. I don't know how to explain it. It was weird, but when you start to lose weight and when you start to get in shape and get fit, these start to lessen a whole lot more. So don't you guys worry. And this is what it really takes. The bare minimum is fitness and nutrition. The absolute bare minimum. Everybody should be healthy. It's just become a norm not to be healthy in the States for whatever reason. But what this really takes is self-respect, discomfort, and drive. And all these things in combination will change your life completely. Now, what are the sacrifices? This is going to cost you your time for one. If you can't be consistent, don't even think about reaching your goals. It's not going to happen, okay? A lot of guys want to start the path and then they'll drop off 2-3 weeks in because it was too hard or they just were too tired or, whatever excuse that they want to make up. But the real reality of it is that you have to be consistent. This has to become a lifestyle at some point. It's one thing to fall off and get right back on track. It's another thing to fall down and stay down. Next, this is going to cost you your money, okay? If you're not willing to invest in yourself via your diet, a gym membership, or a coach, you are literally going to be walking blind. How do you expect to get fit without a gym membership, without a healthy diet, without somebody who's guiding you along the way as if they're a roadmap to get to your destination? Please explain it to me. I'll wait. Next, this is going to cost you your energy. If changing your life is not a priority, you are in the wrong place. I can only help those who want to be helped, right? And if you don't want to be helped, just get off the video. I'm here to give you guys free value, but if that's not enough for you, just go somewhere else. There are a lot of people making fitness content. There are a lot of people who talk on this topic, but you're here for a reason. If you want to stay, stay. If you don't, that's fine. But if you're not willing to take actionable steps from this, just go ahead and go. This is going to cost people, places, and things, i.e. friends, parties, foods, drinking, etc. This costs your life, brother, okay? You want to change your whole life, how people perceive you. You want to change a whole lot of things. It's just showing via your body, but you're changing a whole lot of things throughout this process, okay? You're going to have to be willing to sacrifice and let go of quite a bit to be able to achieve this. And I'll tell you firsthand because as you can see, I've done it. Stop being lazy and get active. You need to be going to the gym at least 3 to 4 times a week. You can get by with 3, but if you want to start making real gains, 4 to 5 days. That's where the real gains are at. Now, you can make a lot of progress with 3 days, but on day 4 and 5 is the game changer. Those are the game changing days. Okay, you need to walk up to 30 plus minutes a day. Try to get 7 to 10,000 steps in. Now, I know that everybody wants to hit that 10K. That's like a golden rule now, 10K steps, 10K steps, 10K steps. But realistically, if you want to start to see differences, 7K steps. So anywhere in between 7 to 10K, if you can hit the treadmill on an incline, do that. We're not gonna get too deep on this topic, but 7 to 10,000 steps a day. Get off your ass and do something productive. We're gonna get into this in just a minute, but I have a lot to say on this topic. Next, you have to be consistent. Again, if you are not willing to do this day by day by day, it is never going to turn out how you want it to. I have been lifting for years, right? But it was only within this last year that I made real progress. Why is that? Because I wasn't consistent. Okay. I went from skinny to having a little bit of mass on my body. And then I stopped going to the gym for a while. I got skinny fat. Okay. I tried to bulk. I overdid it, right? It was only up until this last year where I really learned how to dial in on everything by being consistent. Next, you want to throw out the junk food and eat healthy. Less carbs, fats, more protein, and whole foods. Now, when I say less carbs and fats, I mean like less unhealthy carbs and less unhealthy fats. The 80-20 rule, 80% healthy foods and 20% cheat meals after the first 2 weeks. The first 2 weeks, you need to be consistent so you can gauge what the numbers are looking like, how much weight you're gaining or losing, whatever your goal is. And lastly, last meal 2 hours before bed. If you eat before bed, you're just going to sleep worse. This is a little bit more of a hot topic, but again, I prefer to stop eating 2 hours before bed. It just makes me feel better in the morning, etc., etc. And lastly, fix your sleep schedule. Sleep at a reasonable time. If you're not getting at least 6 hours of sleep, you are not recovering and you are simply declining. There's no other way to say it. Now, sleeping 4 hours every once in a while, it's not the worst thing in the world. But if you can be consistent with 6+ hours, especially at a younger age, as you get older, you want to up it to 7 hours plus. But for now, if you can get at least 6 hours sleep minimum, you'll be just fine. Wake up at a reasonable time consistently and instantly move your body. You see, what the average man does is wakes up and does what? They go right on their phone. They stay in bed for another 1-2 hours and are groggy the rest of the day because they weren't productive when they got up in the morning. They just woke up and did nothing. Right? You're not going to get anywhere like that, brother. Go to sleep at a reasonable time consistently. Now, when you are waking up and going to bed at the same time every single day, it's going to align your circadian rhythm, right? You're not going to be getting tired in the middle of the day. You're not going to be groggy or sleepy because you are doing it consistently. You're going to get tired whenever you go to bed, and you're going to wake up naturally at the same time that you typically wake up. On to the next, let's talk about it. Stop being lazy, fellas. Get active. Most men get home from work tired, take a nap, play video games while drinking a beer, and eat junk food all day. In addition, he hangs out with people who don't care about themselves in the slightest bit, right? This is just the average man's life. Every weekend, he's out partying, he's out drinking, he's out hanging out with the wrong people. And then on the weekday, he just does nothing but goes to work and expects more out of his life. We don't want that for you. This lifestyle is going to get you absolutely nowhere as a grown man. Keywords, grown man. You are an adult. You are a grown man. If you cannot lead your own life, you cannot do anything, brother. You do not immediately have to start going to the gym, though I'd recommend it. Now, the reason why I say this is because when I initially started my fitness journey, I did not go to the gym. What was I doing? I was doing hundreds of push-ups a day, 100, 200 push-ups if I could. And guess what? When I started, I couldn't do more than 10 push-ups. But what was I doing? I was doing push-ups consistently for, 4 months before I stepped in the gym? By the time I could go into the gym, I was doing 60 push-ups straight. So you do not necessarily need to start going to the gym, but you need to get yourself to the point where you're confident enough to go. I would recommend going to the gym other than doing push-ups just so you can give yourself a head start with weights, with all these different things, with the treadmill. But you got to get in the gym, bro, as soon as possible. Now, you can start going on walks in the area, push-ups, squats, and crunches at the house. Yes, you can do that. But again, we want to get you in the gym ASAP. The little things matter, bro. You don't want to just we're here to clean up our whole lives. This is a system, right? If you're gray in this area, it's going to show up in other areas of your life. So we want to tidy up all things. The little things matter. Clean up your room, fix your bed, wash your clothes, and do your dishes. And what this is going to do is this is going to make you an active human being, right? When you start doing this consistently, now it's a habit to be consistent. Now it's a habit to get up and get to work, right? This is the beginning of greatness right here. You want to change your life, this is where it starts. Next, if you want to put on lean mass plus a six pack and replace your chub, you're going to have to put in work. A lot of guys want to start going to the gym and start lifting, and typically they just, oh, they start lifting what they can. And when I say what they can is less than what they can, right? They're not pushing themselves, but they're just getting enough to get some reps in. This is not going to work. This is going to keep you mediocre. You need to push yourself hard every single workout. Cardio is absolutely non-negotiable. 20 minutes, we're going to turn that into 30 because you're not average, brother. Incline on the treadmill, walking outside, I don't care, just do it. You need to get some type of cardio in every single day. Some guys want to say 2 days a week, 1 day, 3 days. You need to be doing this every day. Why? Because this is a lifestyle. I'm not saying you got to walk on the treadmill every day, but you need to get your steps in every single day. Grow a set of balls, brother, and take the stairs instead of the elevator. Come on. Everybody is taking the elevator. Everybody. You got to be the one who stands out because these are the minute things that make the difference in the man. Next, we want to create some structure in your life. You have to hold yourself to a standard. You have to be accountable over yourself, right? The best way to do that is setting up systems that allow you to track yourself, to hold yourself accountable, to help you see the goal right in front of you, right? We want to write this stuff out. Okay, Google Calendar and Obsidian, these things are all for tracking things. I honestly use Google Calendar. This is going to basically schedule stuff out for you. It's going to give you a notification telling you when you need to do something. Obsidian and Notion, these are apps that are going to track stuff for you. But my personal favorite is the personal trainer. Why? Because I can write it down. I can check it off. Yes, these apps are good, but I guarantee you, like, you just need to have a system. It doesn't matter which one it is that is going to keep you accountable and on top of your goals. Most men today have absolutely no control over their life. That's exactly why they end up skinny, fat, and chubby. You let your day conquer you instead of you it. You give the day control when you allow it to condition your circumstances, situations, and overall life. When in reality, you're just falling victim to what life has to offer. You are supposed to be the one who conquers life, not life you. When circumstances come your way, you need to be prepared for them. And let me tell you something. When I was skinny and frail, I wasn't prepared for anything. Now that I'm in the shape I'm in now, I walk with confidence and nothing can get in my way. Not my emotions, not whatever happens during the day. Like, I got here and it's like I set the standard, not just because I'm fit, because of what I went to get fit, and because I have structure in my life that allows me to streamline things, right? When the day is up in the air for the world to decide, you're the loser here. Number two, we got to throw out the junk food, fellas. Come on. Need I even say this? McDonald's, Wendy's, Five Guys, Chick-fil-A, Dairy Queen, all fast food has to go. You will never reach your goals if these are in the equation. And when I say never, I mean never. And take that from a guy who used to get 20 piece and two McChickens at a time. I'm telling you, you will not hit your goal. While I was working out, by the way. And guess what? I did not get results. Whole foods only. Diet is 70% of the work. Some people like to say 80, but if you're eating good and you're not working out hard, they go hand in hand. But I want to say 70% of the work is diet. And yes, you have to weigh your food. You can't drive across the country with a blindfold, with no GPS. Listen, if you're just guessing how many calories you're eating, how many macros you're eating, I'm telling you, you will not hit your goals, right? You're going to overshoot it. You might undershoot it, but that's not healthy either. Next, we want to replace your BS snacks with fruits. Those fruit snacks that you're eating, newsflash, brother, it's just sugar. There is no fruit in there whatsoever. And you know that, but they taste good. So it's okay, right? Wrong. Okay, we want to get some fruits into your diet. It makes it a whole lot easier because there is still natural sugar in fruit, so you still are getting satiated from that. Regular regular snacks not only have a boatload of ingredients, but it's the easiest way to add hundreds, if not thousands, of calories without even realizing it. I know you guys have seen a bag of chips. It's a few hundred calories in that thing. Have you guys seen a honey bun? I'm telling you guys this because I used to eat honey buns like nothing. Okay, there's 700 calories in a honey bun. That's crazy. This is how your body is going to feel on a poor diet. Muscle, bone, and longevity. Muscle loss and weakness, poor bone density, and accelerated aging with a shorter lifespan. Let me tell you something. This right here is enough for me to just cut stuff out of my diet. If these are what's coming with that, I want no part of it. And brother, you shouldn't either. But again, when food tastes good, you just eat it without even thinking about it. You don't know what the ingredient looks like. You don't know if there's any pesticides or BPAs. You don't know what's in there, but you just eat it because it tastes good. This we need to cut out. And this is a mental thing. Like, this is a mental block that I had in my own life that I had to remove to get myself to the next level. Gut health. This is going to store your gut lining, gut bacteria, and promote overgrowth of harmful microbes, bloating, diarrhea, constipation due to inflammation, weaken your immune system, increase inflammation throughout the body, not just your gut, throughout the entire body, which means your joints, which means your brain, which means all of your cells. Again, if you want to reach your goals, if you want to stop being skinny fat, this is going to cost you a lot. This isn't just something that you can just turn on a switch. No, you're having troubles getting up out of bed, bro. You haven't even started with the diet, okay? Let me tell you something. This takes a lot of work. And I commend any man who is on this journey because it takes a lot more than what most people think. Yes, getting fit is the easiest thing that you could do to take over your life. It's the easiest thing. But that doesn't make it easy, okay? It is very difficult. Brain health, low energy, brain fog, mood swings, anxiety, and depression, weaker focus and memory, and poor sleep. Fellas, I don't know about you guys, but I want to be at the top of my game all the time. And if a poor diet is going to get in the way of that, then it has to go. Hormonal and reproductive health, lower testosterone, fellas, estrogen balance, fellas, increased stress hormone slash cortisol, disrupts thyroid function, which slows down metabolism, which is why you're skinny fat, and energy, affecting fertility in both men and women. Now, you want to not only have unhealthy kids, but you want to breed, you have a far higher chance at children with diseases, i.e., autism and just mental dysfunctions, just because of your diet alone. The cost is so high, and this is a game that they've been playing on you for generations. They've been putting this stuff into our foods, in our water, and all these different things for Lord knows how long now. And the thing about it is, with each generation that goes by, we get weaker and weaker and more controllable because testosterone is what makes people fight back, right? So now we have low testosterone because our fathers and our grandfathers and our great grandfathers got low test because they were eating poorly. Again, this is a generational game, and you're here to break change. You're here to change your life. But when you change your life, you're not just changing your life, you're changing your future family's life. Now, as you guys can see, this is like heaven right here. Okay, eggs, ground beef, salmon, sweet potatoes, broccoli, blueberries, shrimp, organic, bananas, organic, pineapples. Every single food on this list should be organic, and they're all whole foods. Now, let me tell you something about eggs and ground beef. These things are the most absolute necessary things that you need to have in your diet every single day. Why? Because of the nutrient density. I recommend organic food for everybody, but guess what, guys? If you can't get organic food because it's so expensive, and yes, I know, go with the second best option. The second best option is better than nothing, but if you can afford organic, free range, wild caught, all these different things, that is the route to go. Thirdly, we're going to fix your sleeping schedule, buddy, because this right here is messing up your entire life, okay? Poor sleep will not only prevent fat loss, but it will completely negate muscle gain because you're not giving your body enough time to heal itself. 6 hours is the bare minimum. You can kiss your progress goodbye if you're getting any less. Sleep controls all of your hormone functions, moods, your drive, your mental and emotional state, your immune system, and your lifespan. Come on. Effects of poor sleep. Now, I made you guys a long list just so you guys can really feel that what you're doing is really taking a toll on your life. Physical health and recovery. You're going to recover slower. Your gym performance is going to be worse. Increase injury risk. Reduce energy throughout the entirety of your day. making training and daily activity harder. Hormonal disruption. You're gonna have lower testosterone. Hormonal hormonal disruption. You're going to have lower testosterone because you're not sleeping well. Number two, hormonal disruption. You are going to have lower testosterone because you're not getting enough sleep. Think about that for a minute. Reduce growth hormone, which is what makes your muscles grow. Increase cortisol, which means you're going to be a lot more stressed throughout the day. Worse insulin sensitivity. Hormone imbalance also affects libido, motivation, and mood. Number three, brain and cognitive effects. You're going to have weakened memory and learning, brain fog. And brain fog, for anybody who's had brain fog, brother, it's horrible. Your head's always hurting. You don't feel good. And your emotional instability is going to be thrown off completely. Listen, your whole mood is going to be out of whack all the time. Number four, longevity and overall health. Consistent sleep deprivation is linked to higher risk of heart disease, stroke, neurodegeneration, shorter lifespan, and it accelerates biological aging through increased oxidative stress and chronic inflammation. Like, none of this sounds good. So, we want to get our sleep back on track so that we can literally reverse this. You will literally live longer, have higher testosterone, you will get bigger just because you sleep a little bit more. Now, that is all that I have for the video, but I want to make a full disclaimer. Men, if you have a woman in your life, right, and you're not leading yourself, what makes you think that you can lead her? Okay? Women are meant to follow men. Okay? They are natural followers to men, and men are natural leaders. So, if you're insecure about yourself and you're doing nothing about it, she's going to follow suit. Okay? If you are in control of your life, if you are making yourself better on a daily basis and she sees that, she is going to follow suit. A lot of you guys complain, oh, my girlfriend got fat when she was with me. Oh, she's just not taking care of herself. Because she's looking at you, right? In every way, shape, and form, you are the example that she is following, whether you think so or not, because it's all subconscious. And for the men with kids, if you're not the man who's going to take over your life and circumstances, despite all the odds that are against you, I know because of my father, I know this is hard, right? But if you're not actively moving towards the best version of yourself every single day, you can't expect your children to become better than you are. Because guess what? They're not going to. They're probably going to be worse than you. That's just what it is. You can measure a man by how much responsibility he can handle in each area of his life. If you're just coming home from work, again, quote unquote, tired, I'm going to take a nap, babe. Can you do this? Can you do that? I don't want to do it. I don't want to take the trip. Like, you're never going to attain anything. You want the body? Sacrifice. What is sacrifice? Putting on more responsibility in place of something else. That's all it is. And if you can't even do that, let me tell you something. Goals, throw them out the window. You're never going to get them. So, this is going to cost you greatly, but you're watching this video because not only I believe in you, you believe in yourself, and I want the best for you. With that being said, if you want to stop being fat, and pack on lean muscle mass, get lean, stay lean, get jacked, and build an unbreakable mindset, book a call below for one-on-one coaching. Now, in my one-to-one coaching program, I tailor and fully customize and plan based on your specific goals. I coach you from A to Z to ensure success on the goals that you desire, okay? I know a lot of people don't like getting coaches because they think they can just do it on their own. But let me tell you, what you're going to do in 6 months, these people are going to do in 2 years. And I'm telling you guys from experience, okay? I started working out years ago. I was inconsistent. I didn't have a good diet. I didn't have a plan until I got somebody. And I'm telling you guys from experience, okay? Years ago when I started lifting, I was inconsistent. I stopped going to the gym 3 to 4 times. Why? Because I saw a little bit of progress and I gave up on myself. I wasn't eating healthy. I got skinny fat. I got fat. I overdid the bulk. I did all these things in combination. But guess what? When I got somebody to help me out with a plan, who put me on the right track, shot up like it was nothing, okay? So book a call if you want to change your life for the better starting today. And if you got even one helpful thing from this video, I'd really appreciate it if you guys like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate everything that you guys do for the channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.